Bryant McGill. There we go.
Hey, I'm not going to let you
Rock
go.
star. Oh, okay, okay.
I'm going to keep you up here, man. I'm going to keep you up here. Is this mic on here?
That mic's on.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3.
There it is.
All right. How's it going, everybody? I've got to keep you up here, man. You're too pretty.
Oh, my
You're too
goodness.
pretty, man. I need one of these right here.
You do. You do need one of these, and guess what? We'll get you one.
Hey, listen. You guys love this guy's energy right here? This guy's amazing. Amazing guy.
Thank you, Bryant.
Appreciate you, man.
My
You
pleasure.
just followed me on Twitter, didn't you?
I did.
Why'd you do that?
I did that because you are the world's most...
Oh, no.
No.
That's crazy.
No,
man.
you're
Come on.
right. I did that
And why'd
because
you do that?
I did that because I absolutely love your personality and your
See,
energy.
we did it because of love, didn't we?
We did it.
That's the way
We did
business
it.
should be done, by the way. It should feel like love. Absolutely, like
Completely
friendship,
agree.
right?
Yeah,
That's
completely
why you
agree.
followed me on Twitter.
You're right.
So look, okay, listen, I appreciate you sticking up here with this. Get me one of those.
I got you.
So listen, everybody, I've only got 20 minutes. I don't even know what to do with 20 minutes. I usually live stream for like 2 hours, and 20 minutes, it ain't gonna do it. So I'm gonna do the best that I can because I actually have an objective here to help some of you guys. And I'd like to remind the audience that we have tens of thousands of people watching on the live stream. I'd like to acknowledge the live streamers that are watching us today. And I hope that this message can bring the live streamers and all of you fine people some good information to empower your small business. So I took some notes, basically just the key points of what I want to try to squeeze into this. And I mean, how many of you guys love entrepreneurism? Anybody here like it? I mean, for real, let me hear it. Do you feel it in your bones? Do you? Let me tell you, I like some entrepreneurism. It's fun, it is fun. And so, I got a little test I want to do here. And I hate to do this. It's just such a gimmick, but it's also true. Pull out your iPhones or your phones. I want to see your phones. Everybody, hold up your phones real quick. I want to see your cases on those phones. Let me see those things. All right, let me see. Okay, I want to pick the who's got the weirdest case? Who's got the weirdest case? So everybody look around. Raise your hand if you think your case is weirder than everybody else's case. Let me see. Who's got the weird one? Who's got the most oddball case? I suspect you might. I don't know. Let me see here. Whose is the strangest? Let me see. Come on. So you know if it's weird, right? Come on. Let me see. I'll pick one. I'm gonna give $100 to somebody who's got the weirdest case. So you better get them up there. I bet they'll go up high now, won't they? Let's see here. That one right there. Did everybody agree on that one? Hey, Jenny, Jenny, you got some money in your purse? Jenny keeps the money, by the way. She's going to give you $100. You know, the thing is that how many of you guys know what the scripted life is, or autopilot mode? Have you heard that before? Have you thought about it? Do you know what that is? The scripted life? Anybody know what that means? Living the scripted life? Being on autopilot mode? Come on now, haven't you dealt with customer service before? You talk to a customer service rep, and they're just going through the motions, but there's nobody home, right? And we have a tendency as human beings to get into that mode where we are on an autopiloted mode, and we just do things for the reason here. What's it called? It's called, that's the way we do it, right? I call those deadly words. And so really, awareness is power. The greater the awareness, the greater the power. So I'm going to try to help all of you today, all of you live streamers, and everyone right here, and the camera people, and the people in the booth, and the people running the show, the organizers, everybody. I want you to pay attention because I can't help you in 20 minutes unless you get right here with me and you wake up and you get out of that scripted mode for a minute. Because we're going through the script if you think about it. The script is, I'm allegedly a speaker, you guys are allegedly an audience, and you're just receiving the information, and I'm up here talking, but there's more to it than that. There has to be a connection, and there has to be an opening of awareness for you to receive the gifts that you're here to receive. And so, one of the prominent features of the scripted life is, can someone guess? Anybody want to guess what the prominent feature of living a scripted life is? What's that? Boredom, that's a good one. What's that? Predictability? Well, that's interesting. One of the prominent features of living a scripted life is you are unaware that it is scripted. You see? So you have to consider the possibility that maybe you're in that script even now, because we have a tendency to do this. We can't see ourselves. And so we have to think about how can we wake up to more, because we're not talking about technology and business here. We're talking about something even more sacred than that. We're talking about our lives, our sustenance, how we fulfill our dreams and our passions, in fact, how we live and express our lives on this planet. So regarding your phones, what is a phone? Because the bottom line is you're going to have a lot of speakers come up here, and they're going to give you the tactical points of success. They're going to give you all types of wonderful, great information about the tactical aspects of building your small business, which ultimately should lead to freedom, right? Freedom, which is what we really want. That's what this small business is all about, is freedom, doing what we love, loving what we do. And so, what is that phone that you hold in your hand? Because, see, I am suggesting to you all that you and me too, guilty as charged, we tend to take things for granted. Whether it be a significant other, we take lots of great things for granted. Even the phone that you have in your pocket. What is that phone? Throw out some, I liked when you guys were yelling at me. Tell me what the phone is. Yell out words. What is the phone? Tool, yell. More, what? Connection. What's that? Yeah, what else? Come on. Ooh, yeah, I like that, man. That's good. So, why is it so important when I brought up the cases? Think about how many of you guys have been in that place where the phone is about to fall, and it's like slow motion. It's like, whoa, and you grab the phone. You grab the phone. It's like you're about to drop a baby or something, right? Right? It's like terrifying. It'll make you. Why do we cradle it? Why do we love it? Why do we protect it? Is it so we can fling birds at bad pigs? Is that the reason why? It's expensive. It's a loss, though. It's a loss, you see, because subconsciously we know what it represents. I just want to point out a couple of facts you're already aware of. I want you to think about the power of that phone in your pocket, okay? Seriously. And I've got a point to all this, trust me. The power of that phone in your pocket is greater than a Cray supercomputer was that cost $5 million. It has more computational power than all the computers at NASA Command that ran the Apollo mission. Think about that. And why? So you can fling birds at bad pigs? Come on. That's crazy. So, to me, I feel like the greatest opportunities in life are the things that are already there, that are merely waiting our recognition. They're waiting for us to see them. And that's what I want you to see. Because Jenny and I, my life partner, we saw the opportunities. And we took those humble little phones and we built a multi-million-dollar brand that reaches 1 billion people a year with that phone. Because we saw the opportunity. So I want to talk about the deep use of existing technology. It's incredible for small businesses. So small businesses have trouble with social media, but they also have the upper hand with social media. So if there is a script running, what is the social media script? What is the social media script? If there's a script running, what do you think it might be? Think about that. It goes something like this. I guess I got to put up a Facebook page, right? Oh, I need a website. Okay. Oh, man, I got to be on Instagram too? Oh, okay. Can somebody do that? I think my brother's good with Instagram, right? And so the truth is, now let's say that you make pizzas. Yell out things you guys do. Printing. Come on. More. Come on, everybody. Hello. Come on. What? But come on, what else we do here? Real estate, okay? So it's really easy for us to say to ourselves, let's say we're making pizza pies, and we know we've got to have a website, we know we have to have social media, but what does it have to do with how many pizza pies I sell by the end of the day, right? So it often becomes something in truth, and I want you to search yourselves and just be honest. I'm looking for a confession is what I want. I want a confession out of you guys. You and the live streamers, everybody watching. I want a confession. Confess to me that maybe you're using technology with resentment. You see, as one of those evil necessities, one of those things you have to do begrudgingly because it doesn't really change the number of pizza pies you sell, and you don't see a direct correlation necessarily in your sales from your hand-to-mouth time and materials operation you're running, which is very limited, you see. And so you have to consider different ways to use social media. You have to consider different ways to use social media, non-resentfully. And so the advantage, if you think about it, of a small business over a big corporation is gigantic. Did you know that you guys can use all of these social media tools and existing infrastructure that are all free much better than a big corporation? Much, much better, even with their multi-million-dollar budgets. Do you know why? Do you know why could you use it better than a big corporation? Does anybody know? He's guessing at everything. Freedom? Yeah, that's right. And what does that mean if you are the business owner? Your voice. What do corporations not have? They don't have a person. There's not a person. It's not a person. And it's hard for them to contrive, to fake, to project, to manifest, to mount any type of a person or a personal interface with their social media. Well, what is social media? I'd like to challenge you right now to let you understand that there's no such thing as social media. Okay? There is, so let's break it down. Social media. What is the media part? The media is the technology. The technology has been changing since time immemorial, okay? We were writing stuff on stone tablets, and now we're like angels sending lightning beams through the air at the speed of light, okay? The technology part is the media part. It's always going to change. It's totally irrelevant. There's going to be advancing mediums of engagement that are coming through technology always and forever. So they're really... And that's where people get lost on the social media script. How do I use Facebook? What type of CPM? What type of ads do I need to run? What type of picture do I put up? It's not about Facebook. Once you realize that the media changes, you realize there's only social. Social, you see? There's only social. That's a fact. So social media allegedly connects us, but it does have a tendency to also isolate us, and it gives us a synthesized version of connection. So if you think about using social media, but not really connecting with people, you're wasting your time, because all success in life comes through other people. It's through the people we meet, the people we touch, and the people who touch us. That is a fact. So you have to start looking at your social media not as a thing that you do resentfully or even a thing you try to contrive to put forward in order to directly engage your bottom line. You have to start thinking about it in terms of meeting people and expressing yourself as a human being and deeply connecting with others and with life and expanding your relationships. I can tell you that every single thing that I have in my life, every single person I know, every single major, heavy, big player, every single dollar, Jenny, everything, my whole life came through social media. It came through that portal, okay? And so it's not really about putting up an ad and selling a pizza pie. It's about connecting with the people, which, by the way, you have to be present in your own life to connect with another person. You can only connect with another as deeply as you can connect with yourself. So if the lights are on and nobody's home, you're not going to do well at social media. It takes vulnerability. It takes putting yourself out there and actually caring. It takes caring. Basically, the best social media strategies are the social media strategies, if you could consider it that, of being a good neighbor. Okay? So what is a good neighbor? What does a good neighbor do? When you show up in a new neighborhood, what do? Put your hand out and Go ask for money or borrow something, or what do? Don't you want to? Yeah, you want to walk. Don't you want to walk around, introduce yourself? Hey, state your intention. I'm here. I'm going to be living here. I'm not going to be trouble. I want to be a good neighbor. Call on me when you need me. Okay? You want to be human. So the best so-called strategy for social media is being human and connecting with people. Truly. All the metrics and all the other measurements of engagement and all that stuff, that's the finer details. Those finer details are not going, you're not even going to need to worry about those if you can't get the first part right. So I'm telling you, it's ABCs. You don't have to be a genius, okay? Believe me, you don't have to be a genius to do this. As a matter of fact, the geniuses get it wrong. All the technical geniuses, they're getting it wrong. They're just sitting around chasing those metrics and missing the bigger picture. Jenny and I built an amazing company because we put our hearts into it, and we generally have a feeling of goodwill and amity toward people, and we wanted to connect with people. We want to connect with people. We use it as a tool to connect with people. You never know what type of a person you're going to meet. Remember, all success comes through other people. You don't know who you're going to meet, your next partner, your next supplier, your next visionary idea is going to come from a cross-pollination of someone you're communicating with. See, as a small business, hey, you might be limited in resources, right? But what's in your pocket is like a portal into another dimension, okay? You might not be able to travel the world, but you can travel it on that phone. You can meet people all over the world on that phone. It is that simple, And another thing about it is that the infrastructure, you see, what I want you to realize, what I want you to leave this little presentation with, as all these other good speakers come and give you the finer points and details of what you need to do, I'm hoping that by the end of this, I'm going to put something in your head that you're not going to be able to get out of your head, okay? I want you to reassess. Reassess. Consider the possibility that you are taking things for granted, that in your pocket is a portal to another dimension of prosperity, freedom. Look, I am 100% unemployable, okay? I'm 100% unemployable. I can tell you my ascent to whatever the heck this thing is that I do was all to avoid getting a J-O-B job. That's like a dirty word, okay? How many of you agree with that? Who wants a J-O-B? Not me, Look, I said I'd rather like be in an alley or something. No way, I'm not doing it. I've got to be free. I want to do what I want to do. It's got to feel good to me. I have to love it. If I don't love it, I can't do it. I just can't fake it. I've got to have the passion. I'm alive, okay? Don't put me in a cubicle like some screen-irradiated mummy. I can't do it. And so this is your ticket. You got a ticket in your pocket. And these companies, these giant companies have built an incredible infrastructure that you can lean on. You can lean on their infrastructure for free. And so what the big mistake that a lot of small businesses make is they go and try to mount their own front end. They try to mount their own big page, their own presence, their own thing, because they think that's going to make them look more official. That's going to make them look more legitimate. No, forget about that. You don't need to do that. Lean on the existing platforms hard and use it to connect with other hearts and minds around the world. So, what I want to do is just plant this seed. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do a dirty trick to you guys. Dirty trick. Okay. Next time you guys pull out your phone, tonight, today, when you go home, when you're sitting on your couch, when you're in your business, you're going to pull out your phone. And when you do, you might push that button on the front. You might click it. You might swipe it. When you're holding your phone, you are going to be forced to remember, because I'm putting the seed in your head. You're going to hate me for it. You'll laugh. You'll see. It's going to happen. You're going to pull out your phone and you go, man, he's right. I'm thinking about him. Listen to this. You're going to remember that you're holding in your hand one of the most powerful opportunities of a lifetime. And you're going to start considering the ways that you can use it to spread your greater purpose and mission around the world. Okay? That's it.
Woo! Thank you so much, Bryant.